Doc&Co. Just checking if the sound is okay. So checking, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Sound seems to be fine. So we can start with the stream. Um, I hope it's fine. We don't have any lag or something. I will keep it. I will keep checking it if it lags or not, and otherwise I will change some settings. So welcome to La Route d'Occitanie, 4-day race in France, and we have quite a nice start list with some pro continental teams and some continental teams, but the start list isn't that big. We start the first stage with a flat stage, um, some minor climbs, but that shouldn't keep the sprinters from fighting it out for the stage win. We have the Berst and Zangle as the main favorites. So we will start the first stage. So welcome to the start of the first stage. We have already an attack of Ravnoid. If there is no lag, stream seems to be fine. We have already also Malakarne, who is attacking, trying to catch up with Ravnoid. Okay, streams seem to be fine. Malakarne is also trying to get to the front, but tree break is too large, maybe. So they are caught again. Only Ravnoid is left. Sundergaard trying to catch up now. Ravnoid takes the first climb, and then Sundergaard is second. We are onto the second climb. Ravnoid attacked first. Sundergaard doesn't really follow, so again Ravnoid takes the points in front of Sundergaard. And in the peloton, Pélichon is third. Ron Joyce won the sprint for third place in the peloton, while Ravnoid won it in the break. The immediate sprint once again goes to Ravnoy, and in the peloton, Joyce goes for it first and takes it once again. Going to the final climb, where he still has a minute on the peloton. Ravnoy takes once again for the final time the mountain points. And in the peloton, we see the trains forming with Lotto Sudal working for the Buists, Cofidis working for Zangle, and Roubaix working for Accélérances. We also have Adria from Kern Pharma, Ivani is here, and Don Lutenbach. Formolo also at the front. Don't know if he's going to sprint. More break. Can I give up even if there's a individual time trial tomorrow? That's why I'm keeping them in the race because for time trial. So if it doesn't affect the time trials anymore, we can get them. Also, we're here with a great train, maybe the best one of them all for Accélérances. Lotto Sudal on the other side. No, Lotto Destiny on the other side. So mixing the team names. Yes, there is a TT. Individual time trial. Paleni sprints first. Theo also. We have the Buists in the center of the road. But he's too early. Adria comes over, but it's Mark Stewart who takes the win in front of Tim Thorne Trutenberg, and Bruto Messo is third, Adria fourth, and Van Gils fifth, who overtook his device, who was the main favorite of today. Formolo is still ninth, Zangle seventh. Most of the peloton stays together. Only Sondergaard loses time, but he is not going for the overall standings, of course. So Stewart wins, take the overall standings. Also the mountain classification. And the mountain classification goes to Ravnoy. The points classification go to Stewart. Gutenberg is the young rider leader, and Bolton is the best. We can go to the next stage. We had no DNFs. Oh, it isn't a TT. It's just a 37, 34 kilometer stage. Okay, that's why I missed it. Um, so I will make the ride as abandoned after today. So, yeah, 37 kilometer stage, a 34 kilometer stage, 35 maybe, the heli with the Côte d'Hier and finish in Roquefort de Suluzon. Don't know what to expect. Van Gils is the main favorite with Kelderman and Haig. Also Formulo is up there. We are at the start of the second stage, super short. Let's see what happens. And we have first attack of Chota and Tudal. Lucky and Sundergaard are trying to get to the front also, but they won't get away from the peloton. So we have two riders in the break, two again trying to catch up, but they won't make it. Peloton already chasing the breakaway riders down. 40 seconds probably won't be enough for to make it to the finish. Right now the peloton is slowing down again, so the break gets almost a minute. 10 kilometers left, almost a minute for the break. Can they hold on? We start and already there's an attack of Retegi and Aguirre, closing the gap almost immediately. The breakaway riders are done. Adria is here. The Beast going for an attack. Yes, attacked by the Beast. Aguirre trying to close it down. We already have some people dropped at the back of the peloton. The Beast comes first over the top in front of Aguirre. Stewart. Zangler. 3 kilometers left. The Beast Tom doesn't get far. We're looking to group sprint probably. Who will take it? We have it slows down. Zangler trying to attack, but maybe that slowing down might give the Beast the overall the stage win. He is sprinting and he will make it. Nice move by Jasper the Beast, who wins in front of Zangler, and Van Gils gets third. So great stage for Lotto Soudal. Haig is fourth, Ponty is fifth, Kregaard sixth, Adria seventh, Knox eighth, Formula ninth, and Demarchi still 10th. Some riders dropped at the back, but no major favorites. Super short stage, but really fun. Like great for Lotto Soudal, Lotto Destiny. There is a time difference between the Beust and then also between Van Gilt and Haig. So in the overall standings, the Beust is leader in front of Zangler and Van Gilt and already has 16 seconds on Mark Stewart. Ravno is still in lead of the mountain classification. Van Gils takes the points classification with De Buist and Zangle second. Zangle takes the young rider classification in front of Van Gils and Bertomesso. And Lotto Destiny takes the team classification. Mm, DNFs, except for my team. So next stage for Lotto Destiny. Okay, now the queen stage of this race to Les Angles mountain stage. We have as main favorites Wilco Kelderman, Jack Haig, Rojas, Van Gils, and Bouchard. So Formolo is up there, and Gerard Coverly, Castrillo, and Vader also at the front. So let's see what happens in this a bit longer stage, but also a bit harder. The first attack of Jamaica gathered Marcelucci and McRambridge. Three other riders, Mugrialde, Retayo, and Duarte, are attacking. Also Tudor and Colin Joyce, but they won't get far, probably. Although they're still trying, and they do get to the front group, but not the Destiny is chasing the group down. So we have three riders, Mugriel Retayo, and Jamaica. Valerio Conti trying to bridge was really strong. And then four other riders, but that's probably too much. Yeah, maybe not. Peloton lets them go. So we have eight riders in the break. Jamaica, Marsalusi, Christopherson, Chota, Reteo, Baranexia, Murguialde, and Valerio Conti. Strong break. Some really nice names, and Lotto trying to control them. Four more riders trying to attack, but not really successful. Once again, two riders. It's also, again, not really successful. We're getting to the first intermediate sprint. And Santa takes the sprint in front of Marcelusi and Valerio Conti. First categorized climb of the day is coming up. Trade category, only 3, 2, and 1 point available at the top. Xia goes onto the attack first. Conti now trying to close the gap, but it's Xia who wins in front of Conti and Chota. Now we're getting to the Col de Roc Jalère, after we had Col de Jo, Col des Arts, and then the climb to Les Angles. So we're starting with the Col de Roc Jalère. The break is falling apart with Memorial Day, Marseille and Jamaica already behind. And at the top we have sprint Conti who takes it in front of Baronet Xia and Chota again. Christopherson and Retailleau getting fourth and fifth. This means that Conti is in the lead of the mountain classification in front of Baronet Xia, and Chota and Ravnoy are now at the same amount of points. The break still has 4 minutes on the peloton. With 80 kilometers to go. We start now with Col de Jo. Maika and Marcelusi won't be able to return to the group. And in the peloton, there are only 64 people left, with some minor names behind. Although the whole team of Kolokvik is here. Not really major favorites, but so Christopherson is empty in the front. So only 4 riders left. Now Retailleau also. We have an attack in the back. Roger Adria attacks with 62 kilometers to go. Gets a nice gap over the group, but only 24 riders left in this group. Who is at the back? Hecht, Aguirre, Jamaica, Adamiets. Ovidi is at the back, who is one of the main favorites. Eekhoorn, Hilgor, Madsen, Waaschens, Laburo, Enzo Palini. And here's a bigger group again with Mark Stewart, Axel Zengle, who is nice rider, Joyce, and then some of the brake riders. The Mountain King is also at the back, so he won't be able to defend his jersey. Set dropping. Also Milan Vader was one of the favorites. Variable Thompson. Front we have still 3 riders left with Adria following. And now it's Bolton with Demarchi trying to close the gap. Shaw is empty, Lustra also. Adria is caught and is also almost empty. It seems like the best. Perichon and Retailleau are dropped, so new leader at the end of the day. While at the front, Tata will take the mountain sprint in front of Conti and Baronet Xia. Seegaard and Parra are dropped from the main group, Vandal also. Lots of empty riders. Bouchard, Formolo empty. Not a great day for him. Castrillo, Roger Adria. Lastra can just hold on. Before he left from the break to the main group. And Conti crashed, so we have now 3 individual riders at the front, while Formolo is trying to bring back the gap to the main group. And Demarchi is really strong today. He's still riding for Hake. Bouchard can't follow. Gigert is also trying to get back. Perrichon also at the boost. They all are already a bit further. In the front, Chota and Baronet Xia have joined each other while Demarchi is attacking. Not waiting for his leader then, or working for his leader. This does mean that Adria and Formulo are still not back in the main group. And Demarchi and Van Gils are away. So now Cofidis has to ride, but they are not really doing it. Van Gils has a lot of difficulty to follow Demarchi, but he manages to make it. Also, Gigert and Wandal have come back. In the break, there are also multiple attacks. Now Van Gils and Demarchi are working together to get to the front. And we are starting the Col des Arts with Wandal already dropping at the foot of the climb. Also Bouchard almost immediately empty. Van Gils and Demarchi are caught and Demarchi is empty immediately, while Chotto is the final rider in the break because he doesn't really have a lot of time left. Para, Demarchi, Gigert and Formulo already behind, also Adria, Lastra, so only Conti also and Bernat Xia. So 8 people left in the favorite group who will have now caught Chota. We have 2 Cofidis riders, Rojas and Kelderman. We have Nox and Champion from Roubaix. We have Bolton with Haig, Lotto with Van Gils, Karen Farma with Castrillo, Medellin with Reis, and I don't know the team, Coop with Chota. Reis has dropped a bit in the main group. Attacked by two Champion and James Knox going behind him. So the 2 riders of Van Rijssel-Roubaix are riding behind each other. Jack Haig and Kelderman having to work together to bring down that gap. They manage to catch them again, and Kelderman goes on while Rojas is struggling to hold on, and the rest is really far behind. 8 people left. Jota's still here. Really strong ride from the Norwegian rider. Alleman and Haig the main pacers in the group. Haig takes the intermediate sprint in front of Kelderman and Van Gils, who strengthens his points jersey a bit. Plus Trio is behind, Knox is behind, and Champion is waiting for him. So 5 people left, but still Chota here. And Van Gils being the best placed of the riders in this group. Really big gaps. And at the foot of the final climb, Kellerman attacks with Van Gils following. Chota and Reis are empty. So Heek following. Van Gils also empty. Heek cannot follow Kellerman. So Kellerman is going strong, looking to win the stage. He already has 40 seconds on Heek. So a really strong ride by the Dutch rider. Wilco Kelderman takes the stage at Les Angles. Really nice ride. While Heek loses more than minute 25 or something. Can't really see. And Van Gils loses 2 minutes. Chota is fourth. Thomas Champion fifth. James Knox gets passed by Castrillo. No, he gets passed again, so he's sixth. Castrillo's Reyes eighth. Rojas ninth. Maybe Markey ninth. Rojas 10th. For Conti, here are some brake riders for Modo. Where was that? 14th. Geert 15th. In the Beust, who is with a bigger group, Modo at 19th and loses jersey. Really interesting stage. Lots of attacks, big gaps between the favorites, and a really strong Wilco Kelderman who takes the stage and the overall classification as well. Quite a margin. 1 minute 26 for Kelderman on Jack Cake and 2 minutes 12 on Van Gils. Jota gets to the seventh place in overall after a really strong stage, so well done to him. And also Demarchi was really strong, working all the day and then still getting 8 overall. Conti takes the mountain classification with equal amount of points as Jota. Um, the points classification is at the moment for Van Gils, but we have still a flat stage to go. And Van Gils also takes the young rider classification, while Cofidis is the takes team's classification. No shit. Export and here we are here for the final stage. 3 climbs and 2 intermediate sprints before a final sprint in Haute-Rive. Final stage we have Haha and Marcelucci breaking away from the start of the stage. And more riders, but Cofidis won't let that go. Marcelucci has quite some sprint, so if he gets to the finish in the break, he might take the victory. He riders because Ed Beria has joined them. I hate pronouncing names. And those three will probably be the breakaway of the stage. And we start with the Col de Notre Dame. Where Marcelucci easily takes the points in front of Xeberia and Haga. And in the peloton, will either Conti or Jota sprint for it? Nope. They are happy to let it go. And climb Col d'Espézelle also quite easily goes to Marcelucci in front of Xeberia. Marcelucci going to 6th place in the mountain classification. In the sprint, also Marcelucci who wins quite easily in front of Haga and Xeberia. Crashed, but they can all go on. So no big problems here. There is some wind, but probably not strong enough to grade echelons. 50 kilometers left. The break still has 3 minutes on the peloton, but the peloton seems pretty good in control of the situation, so it will be hard for the breakaway to get to the finish line in front of the peloton. Some minor climbs who can break the peloton in parts. The 3 riders getting a gap, while Marcelucci won the final mountain sprint in front of Xeberia and Haga. Real interesting thing is here in the peloton, where 23 people are away, and some of the top 10 riders are not in the first group, but they all got back, so no problem for them. Also not a big sprinter that is behind. In the break, Marcelucci and Exteberia are with 2, while Marcelucci wins the final intermediate sprint. Haha is caught by the peloton, 1 minute left with 15 kilometers to go. No big sprint trains at the moment. More smaller trains with 2 or 3 riders. With the Inkhorn already at the front at 8 kilometers to go, trying to lead out the bursts. With the left now comes Orpheus for Zangle. Laurent still has one rider. The burst a bit boxed in. Taxia also really nice lead out. Laurent gets a nice good lead out. Formulo trying to lead out Bruto Messo. Zangle going from far. Bruto Messo and Laurent alongside him. But it's the burst who times his punch perfectly. Went from the left to the right. And then beating Laurence, Brand Taxia, Tivani, and Bruto Messo for the win. All the top 10 riders are in the same time, so no really big differences should be made here in the stage. So the Beast takes the final stage. Caldeman takes the win. His win was never contested. Chota takes the mount classification. The Beast takes the point classification in front of Van Gils, so 1-2 for Lotto Destiny there. Van Gils also takes the young rider classification, and Kosovich takes the team classification. So that was the end of the stream. And we have a DNF for Mats Wenzel. I did not notice that, so yep, Wenzel DNF stage 4. Um, yeah, that was Route d'Occitanie. That's all for watching. Tomorrow we have Tour of Slovenia uh, in the morning, then CET. So not by me, but by Ninja. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye.